What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your fam. I'm back again. I just wanted to take the time to get up in front of you like I always do. Just trying to make sure I maintain and project some good energy out there to the world, of some consistency and everything like that. I really do hope that everything is good in your circle. I hope that the vibrations are high as can be. And boy, oh boy, are we in some trying times. As I've stated before, the 2020s ain't nothing nice, and it continues to be on its path in fashion of slapping people around backhand and front hand and every which other way that you can come up with creatively to make sure you see stars and Tweety birds and that right. So that's exactly how it's been. Updates from things that have been going on before. Of course, you know that I had dealt with some injuries. Then I had been recording. I've been feeling a lot better. And then I've been recording, doing all those things, and I'm still taking a few things to close. Actually, going to start working on some cover graphics, things like that. And then in the background, I had like a day where some things went wrong with Old Blue, and it's been 15 years, but I think Old Blue either has to have an engine rebuild or it's off to the blue yonder, for blue. So yeah, so I've been in the mix trying to find another cargo van similar or suitable to what I have now, or find something that's reasonable to get blue fixed. I was in the market. I was interested in trying to find another vehicle from years to years, different times, but the timing itself just wouldn't line up. I'd usually have to spend the money on something else that would had an immediate needed an immediate attention or something to that nature. I'm sure you guys can relate to things like that as they do happen unexpectedly. And it's just I think these days the changes and to weather the storm is what we have to do. And in my opinion anyway, but that's what it feels like. We got to weather the storm like a champ, take all the blows and still deliver a winning shot. But it just gets so tough because the rapid pressure, the timing of everything from in these times right now that we're in, it seems like. So yeah, it's a bit challenging and everything like that, but I am happy to say that I do have a lot of good material on the way. So I hope that you stay tuned for that. The last video I did, I was talking about the similarities in the title between one of the projects that I worked on and the well-known artist Chance the Rapper, which I also thought was just weird universal interaction of some sorts. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that was really interesting. Like I told you how my energy was towards that particular scenario. But you know what? Just for fun, in the comments, let me know what you think. Would it be something that similar? If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But nevertheless, I already expressed my energy about that. But yeah, it's just the timing of everything and all the changes that we're dealing with these days. Just so abrupt, you know what I mean? So while I'm finishing all these things, which I'm happy to say that's going on, and then I have this other parallel on the other side, like once things get going and I'm feeling good, and then it's like, oh, okay, you got to worry about this now. So got to double back and take it in, get some things taken care of, and hopefully I'll have them resolved quick as possible so I can be effective. I've been working on so many things, gearing up for an onslaught of sharing and getting the word out about things. And so I was really excited about it, and it's been a lot of hard work too. I've been putting in a lot of effort on it, a lot of long nights. So I've been making footage here for like entertainment or to connect, or it's for music or whatever, and then I've been doing stuff for the business while I'm out on work sites and different things, whether it's big or small, and trying to take clips and put them all together and do more of that. I used to do that in the past, but I'm trying to do more of that, and try to keep myself in a state of mind where I'm creative and feeling alive, so I can come up with more ideas. And you know what? That's actually a good direction to go in with some of this conversation too, or maybe it's good for another one, but I know that's what I've been trying to deal with. Let me know some of the things that you've been doing to keep your head straight through everything, handling all the challenges or some of the challenges that have been coming up, and some are bigger than others, and either way that we all have to find a way to make it through. And if we have some help, they're very thankful. um, and so yeah, I mean, those kind of things definitely help. And you know for me, things haven't always just been like a given. You know what I mean? I'm thankful for the opportunities that I have to try to make the best out of them, but it hasn't been like, because of whatever living situation that I've had or whatever. I mean, it's just never just been like, oh, here, everything on easy street. I still have to slug things out and make it happen, and it's not always easy. You know what I mean? So that's that there. You know what I mean? So I know that everyone has their challenges, and hopefully you got good people in your corner or family or anyone that can help from time to time. But like I said, it may not be major help or anything, but just thankful for either the opportunities and the good people along the way. And these years coming, man, these new, I don't know if you want to call them the new people or whatever, but I just, everyone seems to notice like a shift in the behavioral patterns, and I've touched on that in previous videos too. It's like people are representing the worst parts of our personality traits, right? Like instead of having all these advantages and moving forward. So it's like the better people are more valued in this time, I think, because it's harder to find someone who is willing to be comfortable in their own skin, to have the confidence to still be that progressive, forward, good person or whatever, to have that light inside of them. So good people are cherished over here, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, at least here with this guy right here, I see you, and you are, worth your weight in gold. You know what I'm saying? And many good things come back around to you tenfold, hundredfold, a millionfold. That would be the sentiment that I would express to so many people out there trying and making it happen, and transferring that energy and pushing and paying that energy forward out there in the world and everything like that. You're very valuable, counterparts in everything, bigger sense of existence, even I think beyond what we could see. You know what I'm saying? That positive energy, that positive push, that ability to adapt, that ability to keep learning, to keep growing, and to keep expressing and not wither away inside, stuff like that. So yeah, my hat's off to all people, and I aspire and push to be the same. You know what I mean? And like I said, though, my sentiment is, may all the good come back to you tenfold, hundredfold, beyond. You know what I mean? Just too much, man. People in the back pocket here, people in the back pocket there. Uh, Media pushing the message for a corporation that wants you to think a certain way, to go buy something and hang out at a certain place, and but everyone's got a vision, because we're individuals. When it comes down to it, we're a lot similar, but then we all have something that drives us at a different angle, just a little bit different than the next. So it's nice to see those different colors or levels or vibrations of expression out there in the world, period. So it's hard to trust one side of a narrative that told you to push and be all these things, and then be an individual and try and make your dreams come true, and then to have that get slapped and say, well, really, if you want to support the dream that we already want to have for you in an allotted section for you to participate in and be an employee under it, then by all means, come on in. Kind of like how people are talking, even like how the AI is, they're using the technology to replace people and take their traits. Even there was this interview there. I felt so bad for the girl. And somebody else was showing the video, right? I was watching some YouTube, and it was like, whoa, because she said she went through 3 interviews for a job, and it's been tough with the jobs out here too. So she goes on the interviews, and she gets to the 3rd interview, so the girl's thinking, it's in the bag, I got this, right? And they told the girl sorry, you didn't get the job, but we wanted to call you back in here to talk to you one more time because we like the way that you think about stuff. Like, what kind of weird answer is that? What kind of comment or statement is that, right? Like, where my suspicion is like, are they somehow trying to narrow down the perspective of this person to put it into terminology so they can enter prompts into an AI program to replicate the behavioral type of responses or something like that, or personality data or something? Like, man, you gotta watch it out here now, man. Y'all better be aware, man. They want you make another you out there as a robot you sitting at the desk. It's crazy, man. And that's only on the whim of and that's a shame because people are looking for a job. They need something to do. They've studied all these things. I've seen so many weird type of without trying to say it the wrong way or nothing, but I feel like there's some people in this world who put so much into things, and it's a shame to see them get mistreated, and that's anybody, you know, and that's at the beck and whim, and you're going to work for someone else, so you have no idea what you're getting into, so I mean, shit, and so it's getting harder, and now these people can't find work. They trying to steal their traits to do the work, and that makes me wonder what are the people that doing the hiring think gonna happen to them, which is weird that they would even consider cooperating with actions like that, because wouldn't they think the natural course is them to get replaced too? And then so it's like nobody's safe anymore, and even the people who work for themselves, which I'm lucky to have been doing what I've done for as long as I got to do it already. Who knows how long I'll be able to keep going, or anyone be able to keep going, if one day they decide to mess around with things and pull some strings, and then somehow you become a criminal for wanting to help people with a service on your own. You know, like the mechanics in the cars, and like how they were trying to get it to where the mechanics can't work on things, but practicality is the winner. People need practical solutions to things, and sometimes not going to be what can be supported by a huge budget that has a fleet of everything, because it drives up the cost so much. So you also need practical, affordable solutions to things. Sometimes it can't be overblown or just for the sake of putting on a look at me, I look good show. It has to be about the service and the message and the service, and if that all meets together and the price is right, then we got some good stuff. So the options always need to be there. So it's just kind of a strange time, no matter which way you slice it. But yeah, man, let me know if there's other things. How do you guys zen out through some of this stuff, man? I've been feeling a little bit like weird, especially in this time, because I was geared up, ready to rock. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing a lot on the computer, and then a lot out with my hands, out there. And then so, man, a lot of my time will be filled up. So right now, I'm just like, what do I do? You know what I mean? So let me know sometimes, like, if you feel the pressure, like, how do you zen out? I know I have my ways of zenning out, but I would also curious to see what you guys have to say. You know what I mean? What do you do in times where you're like everything's uncertain? You know what I mean? How do you bring it back to center? Some of the things that I've learned is about focusing on something you love to do, learning something new, focus on something else, right? Or remember the things that bring you happiness in the simplest forms. So it doesn't have to be like materials or anything like that, but an innocent smile, or a butterfly, or a ladybug, or the sun at a certain time, or whatever it is, the wind at a certain time, whatever it is, that would bring you that simple joy. Like, it never changes. It's always there, and just to be observed, and that connection. A simple hello. Someone that actually asks you about your day, and it helps. So whichever way, I don't know all the ways that everybody would like to get at it, but I am curious to hear what you think about everything, and also to see how you make it through some of those times. You know what I mean? But with that, man, there's just so much on the way, and there's more thoughts going through my mind right now. And right now, though, I think I just want to cut this short for a second. I just want to get up here, vibe with you, and share some things, but make sure that you keep your head straight, guard your energy, you know what I mean, and everything like that, and keep doing what you love to do, and find creative ways to do it, as I stated before. And there's only one you, That's for sure. You know, even though they might try to make an AI copy, you know, but there's only one you. And the next one, I think I'm gonna talk about the power of the imagination and stuff like that. And it's pretty interesting stuff. So, yeah, I got some music topics I want to get to. Some of them old, some of them I'll try to, do some new stuff too. Um, got some fun stuff. Maybe, hopefully, I'll come up with some fun, goofy stuff from time to time. Maybe something like that. But a lot more freestyle and music type related stuff. And yeah, man. So I just wanted to get up here, let everybody know. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody unscathed. Everybody is trying to find a way, especially if you're not like up a high status. I mean, I've never been someone who's a high status or anything like that, and I have all these advantages. I just work with what I got, and just trying to make the best of it, and it hasn't always been the easiest. And right when I think that things are gonna go right, then it comes and pops me one. And so yeah, man, without having a pity party or anything, it's just, I have to try really hard. You know what I mean? Like, I have to try really hard all the time. So, just gonna keep trying hard, man, just like, always. So, all right, y'all, much love, respect, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.